Hello and what is going on, lovely people of the internet? It is Hootmoney here with another video for you guys today. Today we're going to be going over altcoins, cryptocurrencies to buy now to get 10x to 100x gains in this cryptocurrency altcoin bull run. Now we have to go over a few different things as well as the entire cryptocurrency market, so it's clearly going to be a very fun video and it's going to be very informative, so make sure you guys stick around to the end. If you guys enjoy this content, make sure you leave that like on the video, subscribe for more content, and hit that notification bell down below. Also, if you don't want to miss my trade alerts, we include crypto gaming, altcoins, option plays in the stock market, and just a bunch of other different trades. You can click the join button down below next to the subscribe button to join the Nighthawk gang, the Nighthawk trade alerts. And with that, let's just get right into it. So as you guys can see right here, we have the Bitcoin rainbow chart. This shows essentially the cycles that Bitcoin is in. So we are right now in the middle of the cycle. We're in this orange line where it's like, is this a bubble territory? And it would get based on this cycle, we'd probably get to a price of around $200,000 per Bitcoin, which sounds a bit outrageous, but it has clearly been done before. Now, if Bitcoin gets to about 200,000, that would put it at like 3 trillion, 4 trillion market cap, which is absolutely insane. And since this is a logarithmic regression chart, Bitcoin's not always going to have exponential growth, right? Over the long run, the returns on Bitcoin should get less and less. Obviously, early investors would get the highest return on their investment. So now that we're into this part of the cryptocurrency cycles where cryptocurrency is becoming mainstream, we do have institutional ownership of Bitcoin. We see CEOs and other people tweeting about Bitcoin, saying that they own it. Obviously, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, is talking about Bitcoin. So we're going to a stage in the cryptocurrency life where it seems like a lot more mainstream adoption is coming. So for us to get up to 200,000, that's a lot less likely than for us to get to maybe like 150,000 in this cycle, but still, that is a lot of injected money into Bitcoin. So it really is a matter of fact if you think inflation is going to keep going up. And yes, the Federal Reserve is going to keep printing all this money, but they are in fact going to be tapering. But today we actually got an inflation report where they actually stated that inflation was once again higher than expected. And as you guys can see, Bitcoin is up 2.69% on the day. So I personally think inflation is going to ruin a lot of people and it's going to be a massive crisis. And with that, cryptocurrency is going to continue to go parabolic. But I also do have a lot of my altcoin gems as well. I don't think Bitcoin will necessarily retain its top spot for the long run. I mean, we have Ethereum that's almost half the market cap of Bitcoin now. I think Ethereum could definitely have a $1 trillion market cap. That would put them in line with something like Facebook, something like Tesla. And I honestly do think that Ethereum probably has more like money making potential than some of these $1 trillion companies. So I do think Ethereum is definitely a easy altcoin to own for the long run. Bitcoin and Ethereum, obviously you want to have at least a little bit of that. We have Binance Coin here, and Binance Coin has actually been running in the past week or so, and this means that we have to look for sympathy plays. So when you do see something like Ethereum running, you got to look for the other layer ones that are going to run. So now we have Binance Coin running. What is a sympathy play to Binance Coin? But here we have a sympathy play to Binance Coin, which could potentially be PancakeSwap. And if we look at the chart for PancakeSwap, they are not currently at their all-time high. So if Binance Coin is an altcoin that ends up going to its all-time high, perhaps PancakeSwap can get there as well. You can also stake PancakeSwap for very good rewards. And if it does go to its all-time high, that would imply that we get about a 100% increase, or you double your money. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was Polygon, because Polygon is essentially a sympathy play to Ethereum in my eyes, because it is one of the best layer 2 solutions. And also we have this metaverse talk and blockchain gaming as well. Polygon is not at its all-time high. I do expect this thing to break out. And you can also see right here that its market cap's about $12 billion. And I think it can get up to maybe right below AVAX at about 18 million. that might be a little bit conservative. I think it could potentially even get to a $30 billion market cap. And this is solely because it is the best layer 2 solution on Ethereum. So with Ethereum at an all-time high, I definitely see some upside here in Polygon Matic as well. Now this brings me into some of the other layer 1 solutions such as Cardano and Solana. So Cardano and Solana, obviously they've both been doing very, very well, especially Solana. I do think Solana probably has more potential than Cardano just because Solana has more of working product than Cardano. So that would be what would make sense there. But I also think Solana, with its whole NFT platform and all the hype behind it, I think it can continue to be a very good momentum play. And I think we can see maybe a $400 Solana at the end of this bull run. Now another coin that I wanted to talk about was Dogecoin, because obviously Dogecoin has been a meme coin. It doesn't necessarily have the same fundamental value as some other coins, and now it's also competing with Shiba Inu at a $28 billion market cap as well. So Dogecoin could definitely also see a push in its price, but now you have to keep in consideration that it is competing with Shiba Inu. So that is definitely a risk for Dogecoin in my opinion. Terra Luna, this is another one that I believe will continue to pump in this altcoin season. I'll give it a price of about $100 per Luna. AVAX is probably the best momentum play for this cycle, in my opinion, this altcoin cycle, just because it has some of the best layer 1 smart contract technologies. Long term, I'm going to say that Ethereum is going to probably end up destroying a lot of these other layer 1s, but they are very, very useful, and I think AVAX probably is one of the better layer 1s. I mean, it can do essentially anything Solana can do, and it's at a $19 billion market cap, about $20 billion. Solana's at about $74 billion, so I definitely see the most upside in AVAX if we're looking at layer 1 solutions alone. Litecoin, this one was over the 4chan forums. This is essentially just like Bitcoin, but it's dropped down in market cap because, I mean, these store of value coins haven't really shown what their use cases are other than being simply a store of value. And obviously Litecoin has lagged Bitcoin, so with Bitcoin rallying to these new all-time highs, Litecoin will likely follow suit, and it's lagging it by a great amount. So I believe people are now just catching on, and that's why it's up about 8% today. ICP, this is another one that we have to bring up the long-term chart because this is a major breakthrough in blockchain technology right here. And you can see that just a year ago, this was trading for about $424 per internet computer coin. And if we just look at the all-time chart, there's such a huge gap to fill back to where it was trading at before. And I do believe that it is one of the better breakthroughs in this blockchain technology. So I also see a lot of upside in internet computer. Axie Infinity, this is another coin. This brings me into the top gaming coin, so we can take a brief look at the gaming cryptos, because you know that most of my altcoin gem picks are in gaming crypto right now. Axie Infinity is kind of like the gaming crypto index. It's up about 11% in the past 7 days. This probably is used the most. Most people that are doing gaming crypto right now, or actually gaming on it, are using Axie Infinity, and that just shows the explosive nature of a working game that actually has a user base, because you can see it's at a $10 billion market cap. And if you've actually seen gameplay of Axie Infinity, it's not that impressive. So just imagine what happens to something like Sandbox when Sandbox has a working product and a user base. This market cap of $2 billion will absolutely explode. And I do plan on making a standalone Sandbox video, so obviously subscribe for that. Engine Coin, this is going to be the backbone, almost the Ethereum, I'd say, of NFT gaming. Engine Coin is definitely a must-have. This one is something that could definitely get to a $10 billion or even $20 billion market cap. This could easily be a 10x. All your 10x to 100x picks, I think, are going to be in the gaming cryptos. Ultra UOS, this is another one. It's up about 24%, so maybe look for a slight pullback on this one. But this one's trying to recreate Steam. So this could be another huge, amazing altcoin gem in this crypto altcoin space. Steam said they're not going to allow crypto or NFT gaming on their platform. Ultra is specifically developing a backend for crypto gaming and developing basically a Steam for crypto gaming. So they're also potentially going to have a lot of upside, only being at a $300 million market cap. This could easily get to something like $5 billion in the future, which would imply like a 20x upside. So patient investors in Ultra, I think, will benefit greatly. Veracity has not been too strong. This is time to be accumulating. It's one of the only altcoins right now that is actually down a lot over the past few weeks or so. With Veracity implementing a view to earn ecosystem, I do believe that Twitch streamers, as well as just online just tournament watching and everything else, people are going to want to be rewarded for essentially watching these live streams. If you look at Twitch, it's millions of people watching these streams at any given moment. I mean, the video game market is huge, and Veracity is essentially just going to be capitalizing off of that live stream nature. Illuvium is another great one. It doesn't have a working game yet, but it is looking very good, a very good team behind it, and it's a great RPG game. This is one that I think could go up to where Sandbox is at right now at around 2 billion. So this is a nice 2x, 3x. Yield Guild Games, I like this one a lot because they're essentially almost like a real estate investment trust. So look it up, an REIT. They're essentially like a real estate investment trust in the metaverse. So you get exposure to not only what Yield Guild Games is developing behind the scenes, but they are investing in Sandbox land, in decentralized land, in Axie Infinity NFTs. They're investing in all of these assets that are in the metaverse. So if you get Yield Guild Games, and I did make a standalone video on Yield Guild Games and Ultra, but if you invest in Yield Guild Games, you're going to get exposure to the broader metaverse, and you're going to have a very intelligent team behind making these decisions on what to invest in. So I think Yield Guild Games is a must-have if you are investing in crypto gaming and the metaverse. One more thing that I wanted to mention about crypto gaming is that there's a good chance that a lot of stocks can benefit from this whole metaverse and crypto gaming because they have the technology for the back end of these crypto games. So when we're looking at a stock like Facebook, for example, they have the best virtual reality technology. So if you ever want a Ready Player One type of metaverse, yes, Facebook is going to have the best opportunity because they're the ones that actually have the technology, working technology of virtual reality right now, when a lot of these other games are just actual games. Like the Sandbox is going to be played on something like a computer. Same thing with Axie Infinity. So Facebook is going to be the real metaverse. Yes, it is at a very high price, but you can see right here, it's at a dip from its all-time high. So it could be a very decent place to actually buy Facebook or buy Meta platforms is what it's called now. You also have things like Nvidia that are going to profit greatly off of producing the chips, some of the graphics cards, some of the things that are required to actually run these computers. With that being said, you're also going to need internet. Amazon, obviously ICP is competing with this, but Amazon owns most of the internet. They own about 33% or 1/3 of the internet hosting. So Amazon is going to profit greatly off of this as well. If you guys did want to get invested in any of these stocks, I highly recommend the platform WeBull, which I'll leave a promotion on the screen right now. They're giving away up to $2,300 in free stock just for depositing at least 1 penny on their platform. So you're probably not watching this video if you don't have 1 penny, but yeah, you can get up to $2,300, and you can also invest in cryptocurrencies such as SHIB, such as Algorand, such as Bitcoin, Cardano, Solana. All of these different cryptos trade on WeBull as well, and you can get invested in this metaverse portfolio as well. So it's definitely worth checking out if you guys haven't already. The links are below in the description in the pinned comments section. And yeah, let's just right back into the video. Going back to the main coin market cap team, Crypto.com coin, or CRO. This one has been an amazing momentum play. I expect this momentum here to continue throughout this altcoin bull run. You're obviously paying a premium. It's up 43%, which adds a lot of risk, but I do think that this one, Solana and AVAX, are going to be those momentum plays and those just high flyers throughout this altcoin bull run. Loopring is also very, very cool. There's obviously those rumors of partnership with GameStop for NFTs. They're also creating a very interesting marketplace feature on a layer 2 of Ethereum. So I think Loopring can also be a great momentum play, but it is up 160% in this past week. So be very, very careful buying at these prices. Obviously, if there is a pullback, that would be the time to essentially load up on it. So that's what I got for the altcoins to buy now. Those are my basic opinions for this whole altcoin bull run. Obviously, you're going to have to pay attention to Bitcoin, which is why I always look at Bitcoin at the beginning of these videos, because if Bitcoin decides to die out, if Bitcoin decides to crash 15% tomorrow, all of these coins are going to be going down. And yes, cryptocurrency bull market will not last forever. If you were there in 2017, you know that a lot of people ended up being bag holders. You'll see all over social media that people are saying, oh, buy the dip. It's just a slight dip. The technology is amazing. Yes, the technology is amazing, but in order to keep up the price action, there's going to have to be more buyers than sellers. So if there's ever going to be a point where more people are selling, you might not realize it, but it will just keep dipping. And it might seem like a dip at first, right? Bitcoin might go down to like 45,000. People are like, oh, the upturn's still intact. You can buy the dip. But then it just dips down even more. It goes down to 40,000, and then it may stall out for a little bit, and then it just ends up slowly dipping down even more. Less people are talking about it because they're not making the same amount of gains. And obviously there's always that risk of cryptocurrency coming down. This is a very, 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 very speculative market. It's not really based off of fundamentals, but more based off of what people think it's going to happen in the future. But right now is the present, and anything could happen in the future. You can't price in any event that could take place in the future, because you can give your best estimate, which is why these coins have been going up. But in the end of the day, there could be a black swan event that could kill cryptocurrency. I mean, the coronavirus pandemic, it killed the overall stock market, but it also killed Bitcoin. And you can't price in something like that. So at the end of the day, yes, I do believe Bitcoin will approach 100K during this bull run cycle, but you can't price in any black swan events. You can't price in any random dips. You can't price it in China randomly banning Bitcoin for the bajillionth time. There's tons of things that could send this price, any of these things, going down a lot. So keep in mind those risks. Remember, don't risk any more money than you're willing to lose. And also, nothing I mentioned here is financial advice. So do your own research on any of these projects that I mentioned before investing. And yeah, with all that being said, that's about it. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel for more content, and hit that notification bell down below so you never miss a beat here on this channel. Again, if you guys wanted to check out those trade alerts, hit the join button down below. You'll get all my buy and sell alerts for cryptocurrency picks, option plays, buying stocks, buying cryptocurrency, using leverage on cryptocurrency. So essentially every single trade that I make, you can get by hitting that join button down below and linking your Discord with YouTube. And yeah, guys, that's about it. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll be seeing you guys next time.